Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you're at. In case you are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Sumi. Please do consider subscribing on the channel so that you don't lose out anything that I'll be uploading on here. So I came across this video of a famous rapper who sues a Lyft driver because she said that he insulted her because of her body. So let us watch it together, and of course let me know what you think about it. And by the way guys, it's just a reminder, we finally got monetized. So those ones who really are supportive with this content that I always bring on here, you're welcome with the thanks. The thanks are always welcome. For those ones who are really interested in becoming members of this channel, you can always go ahead and join the membership. It would really mean so much to me.
Is it discrimination or is it a wake-up call? The rapper that was denied a Lyft due to her size has officially sued Lyft. Her lawyers are saying what she experienced was the equivalent of being denied if you were Black, Muslim, or Christian. Being denied because of race and being denied because of your size are the same thing. And I cannot say I agree. And I'm going to tell you why. But first, I want to get your guys' opinions. Does she have a legitimate case? I think she probably will win in this situation. They will settle. But I don't think her being denied because of her size is the same as being denied because of your race. Okay, so at my heaviest, I was almost 300 pounds. And I know I may not look like it, but it's all there. And I also take Uber everywhere, and I was not comfortable in regular size vehicles sitting in the back seat. It's extremely uncomfortable. My knees were to my chest. I was always hot, always sweating. It felt like a clown car. Now, I recently lost 70 pounds. Hold on. And to this day, I still don't want to be in the back of nobody's small ass car. So I can only imagine how uncomfortable both her and the driver would have been if she would have gotten in the back of that seat. Just because you could doesn't mean you should. And just because you could get back there doesn't mean you should be back there. You should be ordering a bigger car for your size. But hey, who am I? I'm just a girl that was plus size ordering Ubers, and I'm sharing my experience. But what do you guys think? Does she have a case or not?
Now a plus size woman is suing Lyft. She says she's a rapper and she's a BBW. And the acronym for BBW means big, beautiful woman. Now let me tell you why she's suing Lyft. Now, the driver of that Lyft car that she was supposed to go in, the driver refused to carry her because of her weight. Yeah, man, the driver said, you can't fit in my car, so nobody come in. And in the eyes of this lady, it is discrimination, hence the suit. Now, this woman weighs 489 pounds. Now, in Lyft, you know, you use your own car to operate in Lyft. So most of the time, the people that are using Lyft to make money, they're using their own car. So more likely, the driver is going to protect his shit because it's his car. And if he feels like you're too heavy to be in his car, he's going to tell you, don't come in here. And I think he has that right. No, you're mad because you're overweight and I don't want you in my car. Hence the suit. Damn. But then again, in some states, calling somebody fat is discrimination. I'm calling you fat and you're fat. How am I discriminating?
The lady that filed that lawsuit against that Lyft driver, I think her name is Dank something, the rapper. Listen, I drove for Uber before, right? The reason they're driving Uber or Lyft is because they need the money. Some people do it because they're retired. I'm not gonna lie. I get it. I get it from both sides. I see the discrimination in it, but I also see the concern in his little car that the car was on its last tire. You heard it. Tick, 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 tick. So she can get him for discrimination. But also, I looked up the weight capacity of a small car. It's like 800 to 12,000 pounds. So she could have fit. Right? We get that. She could have fit. But the man was looking at it from a personal perspective. Man, my car tick, 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 tick. And you might get in here and there's too much stress on all of the mechanical parts, you know? It's also a reason to limit the weight. I mean, imagine he's driving Lyft so that he can probably fix the car. You get in the car and cause more damage. Then I also get it from, but would you have picked up 3 200-pound people? Would I have picked up 3 200 people? Sure. Yes. But if my car is tick, tick, ticking, I'm going to go ahead and cancel it and say that I'm sick. I'm done driving for the rest of the night. Just so you can't even say that I discriminated against you. Baby, I'm sick. I don't want you to catch whatever I have. Simple. Think about it. When you're on a plane, they need the weight to be balanced, right? So if she went to the back of the plane, but you don't have anyone in the front of the plane to balance the weight, the plane finna fall out of the sky. The plane is, right? So you getting in the back seat of this man's car with all of your weight. It would be different in my eyes. If 3 people were getting in, that's 200 pounds. You can even give them 220. But somebody's going to be sitting in the front. So now it's balancing out with the driver. Then 2 people in the back. But you getting in here with just over 300 something pounds by yourself. It's a lot of pressure on my back wheels. The man is already fighting for his life. I was doing the driving back then. I was broke anyways. You not finna cause no more mechanical issues to my car.
The big girl that got denied the lift because of her size. This is what I have to say to you. First of all, numero uno, bitch, you're pretty as fuck. You're bad as fuck. Actually, body is tea, okay? But it's a gallon of tea, okay? You knew damn well that you was too big to get a regular lift. They have XXLs, okay? You are not just a regular BBW, love. You are a SSBW. So you know you kind of got to be mindful of other people's stuff. That if that's his car, you can't be mad that he don't want his car leaning. Like, no shade, but you cannot be mad if he don't want his shit. You know, it takes a lot to replace the motherfucker. What they call it? The hydraulics. What's that called? The shit that make the springs, bitch. It take a lot. Is you gonna fucking help him if he hit a bump and then you fuck up his hydraulics? Like, I just feel like you did wrong for even complaining about it. I would have kept that personally to myself. I wouldn't have complained because you should have got an XXL lift. That's your size. You know you need a bigger size car. So why wouldn't you get the bigger size car and then complain about whatever else picked you up? What if he came with a 2-door? Was you gonna just squeeze yourself in a 2-door? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You have to, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you have to accommodate when you know, like, I'm not trying to, you gotta be mindful. That's that man's actual car. Now, if you tried to get on a bus and a bus driver denied you of commercial services, then that's one thing. But you cannot be mad at somebody's personal vehicle and you telling me that you just like, okay, oh well, if I came with, you know what I'm saying, a couple extraness, you gonna let me in here. Like, I feel like he said it in a nice way. And I would have never recorded it. At least if I would have, I would have laughed about it and sent it to my friends like, oh, bitch, maybe it's time for a bitch to lose a couple pounds. Because now they're denying me rides. But you got that man fired. You did wrong. That's all I got to say. But you beautiful, girl. I swear to God, you got a T.
The plus-size woman who got denied access to the Lyft/Uber has been, I'm not gonna lie, I think that man wished that he didn't have to say that to her. But the car was this big, like that big. Not even gonna lie, it didn't even look like it was up to par with Uber standards. I'll be having black trucks and Teslas pull up outside. But I'm like, okay, she couldn't fit in the car. She's angry. Her anger, to me, is still a little justified. I think it's not that man's fault, but she was still inconvenienced, and it was due to her size, the way that she looks. So she's of course going to feel embarrassed and angry, but is it that man's fault? No. That's where the problem, comes about. Because tagging Lyft and Uber to try to get him fired, even though she said she didn't want that to happen, what else did you want to happen if you tagged the company that he works for? You know what I mean? Come on now. But I'm sure that she experiences these types of things all the time. So I would expect her to be angry,
Sometimes we go through situations in life whereby you don't even have a resolution for it. I'm not saying that what this guy did was good to body shame this lady because of her extra body. It wasn't really good. So I feel like maybe when he was going to even pick this lady, he didn't know that this lady was extra large for his car. But at the same time, you can't even blame him for the words he used, because literally he was trying to save his car. He knew exactly his car was too small, and probably the lady, she was going to give him less money, yet his car was going to get a lot of damage. So it's quite confusing and it's quite complicated. But let me know what you guys think about this video, because it is so difficult to judge who was right and who was wrong.